We live in uncertain times. The world is in constant transformation. People come and go, but societies evolve and technology advances. For periods of time, this machine hums along with some problems flaring up here and there as it moves along a smooth trajectory. But from time to time, problems accumulate and eventually force us into a new direction. In worst case, that new direction is into darkness and war. There is a Chinese saying, something along the lines that it takes one generation to build wealth, then one generation preserves the wealth, and finally one generation destroys the wealth. I think the same can be said about peace. After major wars, people have seen the horrors of war, and therefore have a strong will to build permanent peace. Their children will hear the stories from the war, while they enjoy the possibilities during peacetime and freedom. But after that comes a new generation, for which war is just a distant historical event. They may not feel as worried about the typical warning signs when they arise. As a wolf in sheep's clothing, in disguise of being a new modern idea, the old playbook returns. All wars start with a lie, repeated again and again. The aggressor needs to convince the people by telling a lie to justify the aggression. It is typically a statement that the opponent attacked first or is planning to attack, which makes a preemptive strike necessary. Ruthless leaders will always find a justification for starting a war. They need that to get people engaged, to be used as foot soldiers for their cause. Without stirring up hate, it is not possible to make people in one country attack the people of another country. Under normal circumstances, most people come to the conclusion that it is a lose-lose situation to start a war. But with propaganda, hate can be spread, and once war starts, it takes on a life of its own. It is hard to make it stop. And in worst case, it can become a vicious circle of killing, which can go on for generations. People are the same. They never change. We never change. Every now and then, ruthless people manage to get into positions of power, and the world is plunged into darkness and chaos. Once again, what we have built lies in ruins, and everyone loses. Therefore, be skeptical about things you're being told to fear, because as US President Roosevelt famously stated in the 1930s, there is nothing to fear but fear itself. That is true. Fear itself is often the biggest danger. It tends to lead to hatred. Although fear and hate are powerful driving forces, those are unstable and tend to divide. Friendship, on the other hand, is more stable, and the gains tend to multiply. We live in uncertain times, but don't worry, you're not alone. We will get through this together. Soon we will be back in a normal situation with peaceful disagreements.